My name's Betsy McMahon. I'm recently graduated from Swansea University from studying English language. Yeah. In 2019, going over to 2020, I went to California. I went to a place called Haywood, which is just about half an hour from San Francisco. I think a lot of it was my sister went on a year abroad to Oklahoma and she had such a great time. It just looked amazing. She met so many people, got to see so much, had so much fun. And it's a once in a lifetime opportunity really. You get to live in another country for a year with no strings attached, no real commitment, no kind of, well, some responsibilities obviously you're studying, but not like you're moving there permanently, you know, so it's fun. I mean, public transport, none of it, no public transport anywhere. There's like one train every 3 hours. That is one downside. You do need to make a friend with someone with a car, but every American has a car, so it's pretty easy to do that. But yeah, and then just food was a big one. You wouldn't think it would be that different, but it all just, I don't know, everything was so much more expensive than I was expecting. You really have to save a lot of money if you go to America. It's an expensive place, especially California. I mean, I feel like as an English person, no, they are obsessed with English people. So they would just, random people would hear the accent and stop me as I was walking across campus talking to my friends and be like, "Oh my God, are you English?" Like, how did you know? It was, yeah, and the university was very good at setting up like meeting things for just the students in general, which obviously included a lot of the international students, and they set up international meetings as well, so you have like an introductory class kind of thing with all of the international students that are there for that term, so you get to meet everyone that's only there for a term as well, so it was quite easy to meet people, I think. All over the world. I mean, there was, people from Korea, there was people from Hong Kong, there was people from all over Europe, South America, everywhere. It was awesome. Well, I only actually got to travel within California because sadly it was cut short by the pandemic, so I did have to come home early. I was meant to go to a couple of other states, but I wasn't able to, sadly. But your visa tends to let you go wherever, so you don't leave. Well, you can leave the country. Even I came home for Christmas for a bit, like you can. The visa's pretty flexible. One thing that I thought was odd was none of it's anonymous. They know your name on every essay that you write, which I thought was odd, but also it was, I don't know, I don't think it affected the marking anyway, you get whatever grade you get, like it can't really be biased, that's not fair, but that I thought was odd, having to put your name on everything, that was very different. And I don't know, I did a lot of creative writing stuff. There was a lot more kind of creative subjects at the American University, which I thought was fun. A bit more chilled out, a bit more kind of free and fun. I think the university that I went to, I would say they were easier than Swansea. Some of it was because I'd already done some of the subjects, like we did phonetics again, like we did in first year in Swansea. Obviously we did that in, I chose that module in California as well, which is interesting as well because they teach the American phonetic alphabet and not the international one. And there is some differences, which was interesting because I did a test and I wrote the international symbol, and so on the graded paper he'd written this isn't the American one, but it's still correct because it's international, so I'm going to give you the point, but technically you're wrong. And I was like, oh, okay. I mean, there's loads of positives. The people you get to meet, the experience of travelling to a whole new country and living there and experiencing it kind of as a local would. You know, we were living in a building with American students who were, you know, in their second or third years of their degrees as well, so it was very immersive into, you know, how the American students live. You know, I was in a shared room, so it was very, very American university life. Yeah, I mean, well, so many positives. I don't know where to start. Fun. It was just a fun thing to do. It's like a year-long holiday with a bit of studying thrown in there. The weather, California was fantastic. Loved that. It didn't rain more than 3 times the whole time I was there, I think, which is a little bit different to Swansea. Yeah, I don't know, just so many great things. I loved it. Well, yeah, the fact it was cut slightly short by the pandemic is a big one. I was sad. I was meant to turn 21 on a beach in Hawaii, but that didn't happen. I had to come back to England, sadly. But other than that, you know, I just think the whole thing was so worth it. It was a great time. The university was really helpful with that, actually. You know, they informed you about 20 different bursaries you could apply for, if any of them applied to you, to try and help you fund it. Student Finance England give you a little bit of extra money if you're doing a year abroad. The maximum amount you can get is higher than if you're staying in England, because they know you have to then pay for flights and things. There are some government aid things as well. You can get money back for flights if it's for studying as well, so it's worth looking into things that even the university doesn't provide for you. You can do extra research yourself to get financial aid, but the university also provides a lot. They tell you about everything you can get to help you with it, which was useful because it was incredibly expensive.